For most of my life, I believed one thing. If I just worked hard enough, everything would work out. Work harder, take on more clients, say yes to more and more opportunities. But after 16 years of freelancing, I learned something that completely changed my perspective. Hard work and financial freedom are not the same thing. Welcome to the JC Log Podcast 30. 16 years of freelancing taught me this. The last episode of the JC Log Podcast, I shared how I ended up in financial trouble. Today, I want to talk a bit about one lesson that completely changed the way I look at work. For years, I believed that working harder was always the answer. If income dropped, I'd work more. If expenses increased, I'd work more. If I wanted more security, I simply work harder. The problem is that hard work only solves today's problems. It doesn't necessarily build tomorrow's freedom. Looking back, I spent years becoming better at my job. However, I didn't spend nearly enough time building systems, multiple income streams, or creating assets that could keep generating income. It is not because I was lazy, but it is because I was busy all the time. And there's a big difference. Being busy feels productive, but being busy isn't always moving you closer to where you actually want to be. That is probably the biggest shift in my thinking over the last few years. Today, I'm trying to spend more time building instead of only working. That includes the JCLog podcast. It includes experimenting with content, and it includes trying new platforms. And some things will fail, and some things won't make money, but every valuable experiment teaches me something. And hopefully, over time, I build up assets instead of just more work. I'm still on that journey. I don't have the perfect roadmap yet, but I know one thing for sure. I don't want to spend another 16 years relying on just one source of income. That's why financial freedom has become one of my biggest intentional escapism goals: to live a more free, healthy, and mindful life. And if you're on a similar journey, I'd love for you to follow along. Therefore, make sure you subscribe to this podcast, follow it, hit that like button, and then I hope to see you in the next episode, fellow travelers. Thank you for listening and watching.